Hello, readers of Every Word, and welcome to Every Word 365. I'm your host, Christina Madsen. Today we're reading Hosea 4 through 6. My people are being destroyed because they don't know me. Hosea 4:6. Wow, talk about harsh. Might the shocking statement of Hosea 4:6 be true of our nation as well? Godly foundations and an abundance of churches are no guarantee of the knowledge of God. Remember, if the knowledge of God is to permeate your country, it first must be the experience of your life. That is from today's Daily Walk. I kind of laugh. A lot of people ask me why I didn't go into politics after being a TV news broadcaster for a decade in Little Rock, Arkansas. And I always say, I consider myself in politics because I really believe the best way to change our nation is through the heart of each individual. And so hopefully through this Bible study and through this podcast I am hopefully reaching others and maybe saving souls out there. So here is more from Got Questions. The rest of verse 6 helps explain. Because you have rejected knowledge, I reject you from being a priest to me. And since you have forgotten the law of your God, I also will forget your children. It's important to note the structure of the verse. Rejected knowledge is parallel to forgotten the law. This fits the context of the opening verse of the chapter, which states that Israel failed to acknowledge the Lord as their God. The people did not simply lack knowledge, they actively rejected it. I hope you see the difference there. Hosea's warnings went unheeded, and Israel was conquered by Assyria during his ministry. Yet even in judgment, God spares a remnant and restores his relationship with them. The prophecies of Hosea reflect this pattern. Israel was judged, yet the Lord would later restore his people whom he loved. The coming of Jesus Christ illustrates God's love to the fullest degree. Jesus died for the sins of all people, offering every person the opportunity to come to faith in him. To those who do believe, Jesus is wisdom from God. Because of Christ, there is no need for anyone ever again to be destroyed from a lack of knowledge. Again, that is from a Got Questions link, and it's so helpful to help us understand some of these readings. So I'm including another Got Questions link that has more insight into Hosea 4:12. Boy, this stuff can be really confusing and really could be taken the wrong way. And so that's why I think it's so important to have resources that can help us understand what's being said here. You got to remember the time, you got to remember who's writing and how and to who. So that's why I always am here to try to help and give you resources to help us understand. I know a lot of this seems pretty harsh, but instead of focusing on that, let's all see if there's something in here that we can learn about ourselves. Going to church is great, of course. But if it is just part of your religious ritual, you might want to heed some of Hosea's advice, because that's kind of what was happening at this time. So I'm including another link from Got Questions. With the coming of Jesus Christ, the law was fulfilled. As a result, Christians have no command to obey the Jewish Old Testament laws. However, the principle of Hosea 6:6 is still relevant. Many religious people participate in Christian rituals, yet their hearts do not love God and seek to know him. Those who practice empty ritual should heed Hosea's words. God cares more about our heart's love for him than the things that we do in his name. We must not substitute religious traditions for a relationship with God. May we never be like those whom Jesus described. These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. That's in Mark 7:6. Again, ouch. So really just trying to be sure that this is all about our hearts. I don't want anyone to stop doing good for God, just making sure that we're not just doing good for God to check mark or feel like we're being a part of a system, a legal system. That's what Jesus got rid of when he died on the cross. I hope that makes sense. If not, please reach out or have a conversation with a mentor or someone that you trust. Tomorrow is Hosea 7 through 8. Happy reading. This episode is made possible in part by Arkansas Filter. Arkansas Filter has been serving the state of Arkansas for over 40 years. They sell and service a full suite of commercial, industrial, and residential filters. They're also one of the largest suppliers of UV lights, gates, belts, and HVAC chemicals and cleaners. They partner with HVAC and engineering firms to provide a variety of services and pride themselves on customer service both during and after the sale. Go to arkansasfilter.net for more, and we've of course included a link in the podcast description.